So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use OBS as a webcam and to fix audio and video sync issues. Now, I've tried a bunch of different ways. I've looked at a bunch of different other solutions, and I've found that some of the other solutions using OBS NDI and some other kind of ways to use OBS NDI, after a couple hours, they also desynchronize and cause other problems. So this is the most stable way that I've found. I just ran a 2-day, 8 hours a day conference with this method and found it to totally stay in sync the whole time. These other methods that I'm talking about, I'll link to some videos below. You can try them out, but I've run multiple hour tests, and while they stay in sync for 2 to 3 hours, after that they start to drift. It might be provoked by some kind of other process that starts up, or if your computer gets bogged down and the video has some latency. But this is reliable. So check this out. Here's the fix. Now this is for on a PC if you're trying to use the audio and the video as a webcam. And so to do that, you need to have a third-party piece of software. It's a virtual audio driver. The one I use is called VB Audio Cable. And so if you look here in my settings on OBS, in audio, I have my monitoring device set to cable input, and that's the VB Audio Cable. So basically what happens is we output to the input of this virtual audio device. Then from that virtual audio device, we can then use that output as a microphone in any of our other places like Zoom or wherever we need it. So first step is just install this. It's going to require that you restart your computer, but very easy to do. It's a free piece of software. And then the second step is to use the OBS virtual camera. So then you start this virtual camera, and now you then create your audio input. So I've just got a basic audio input capture that's from the internal microphone, and then I'm going to need to go, so I created this by just hitting the plus here, audio input capture, and then you can set the preferences here. So I just set this to this internal microphone. Then let's say the audio and video are out of sync. What I have to do is go to Advanced Audio Properties first and go to Monitor and Output. That way we have the signal going into our monitoring output. If we don't do this, then we won't hear anything. The next thing to do is to add a delay. Now, here's a weird quirk. This sync offset, it doesn't work all the time. There's some bug in OBS where it just, you specify, I've seen it work sometimes. I had it working for about 300 milliseconds delay. Anything above that, it seems like it just sometimes wants to work, sometimes doesn't want to work. So I would just say don't use that. Maybe in a future version of OBS it'll be more reliable, but like, trust me on this, there's a more reliable way to do it. And that's by adding a plugin. So if you go to Filters here, you can create a VST2 plugin. So by just clicking this plus icon and going to VST2 plugin. And there's a wonderful, super simple, perfect plugin for this called Voxengo Sound Delay. So let's just open this interface here. Basically all it does is you can set millisecond or a distance, and it'll just delay the audio for you. So I just have this set to 300 milliseconds because I know that for the NDI cameras that I use, that is going to be the amount of time it takes for the audio to be reached, for the audio and video to sync up. And then that's it. That's set up. Now, the virtual audio driver does add a little bit of latency, so I would recommend basically running a recording test on your webcam and then just taking that recording, bringing it into an audio edit or an audio video editor, and then checking the distance, the offset, and then just calculating that millisecond offset. So now let's say I want to add my add my video to a webcam solution. So let's just check out StreamYard here, and we'll just test. We'll just go to a test stream here. So in the settings, I can just specify OBS virtual camera, and in the audio, the cable output. And there you go. Now you have a reliable virtual camera with synced audio. And if you need to adjust the sync, you can just do it with that sound delay plugin. I've tried out a lot of different methods for this. I wouldn't make this video if the other methods that I've tried that are like, these are the solutions, actually worked perfectly, but this is like tried and true, 16 hours of broadcasting, no hiccups. I trust it. I don't trust technology, so hopefully this is helpful.